Ever since his debut in Batman #1 back in 1941, character has stood out as the absolute pinnacle of comic book villainy. He's not just a bad guy, he's a force of nature, a living embodiment of chaos. Today, we're diving deep into the abyss to understand the one, the only, the Joker, who is the man behind the grin. And why, after more than 80 years, does he continue to fascinate and terrify us? Get ready, because we're about to explore the twisted mind of the clown prince of crime. The Joker was the brainchild of Bill Finger, Bob Kane, and Jerry Robinson. Initially, he was conceived as a ruthless killer, a grinning mastermind who would leave a trail of bodies and a signature playing card. In his first appearance, he murders several people and even threatens to poison Gotham's reservoir. The plan was to kill him off in that very issue, but a last-minute editorial decision saved him, sensing he had more potential. And boy, were they right. Through the Silver Age of comics, censorship tamed him, turning him into a harmless, albeit annoying, prankster. He was more of a public nuisance than a genuine threat. But the 70s brought a dark renaissance. Writers Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams revived his homicidal roots, bringing back the chilling, unpredictable killer that fans first met. This darker, more complex Joker became the definitive version, a character who could be both hilariously absurd and terrifyingly lethal, often in the same breath. This evolution from a one-off villain to a recurring prankster and back to a horrifying agent of chaos cemented his place as Batman's ultimate adversary. One of the most compelling things about the Joker is that we do untruly know who he is. His origin is a mystery, deliberately kept vague and contradictory, as he famously said in Alan Moore's masterpiece, The Killing Joke. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. This iconic story presents perhaps the most popular origin, a failed comedian who, desperate to support his pregnant wife, agrees to help criminals rob a chemical plant. The plan goes horribly wrong. His wife dies in a freak accident, and during the heist, he's confronted by Batman. He panics, falls into a vat of chemicals, and emerges physically scarred and mentally shattered. The trauma of one bad day transforms him into the Joker. Another prominent story is the Red Hood identity. In this version, he was a master criminal leading the Red Hood gang. During a confrontation with Batman, he takes a dive into the same chemical vat to escape, creating the pale-skinned, green-haired monster we know today. These conflicting stories aren't a flaw, they're a feature. They make him unknowable, an enigma. He's not just a man who became a monster. He might be a monster who was always there, just waiting for a push. This ambiguity is the core of his terror. You can't reason with someone who has no concrete identity, no past to hold on to. So, what are the Joker's powers? He doesn't have superhuman strength or the ability to fly. His greatest weapon is his mind. He possesses a genius-level intellect, but it's a fractured, chaotic genius. He's a master strategist and an expert in chemistry and engineering. This is best demonstrated by his signature weapon, Joker Venom. This deadly concoction can come in liquid or gas form, and its effects vary. Sometimes it paralyzes its victims, and other times it forces them into fits of uncontrollable laughter that lead to suffocation, leaving them with a grotesque, permanent grin. It's the perfect reflection of his twisted sense of humor. His arsenal is a deadly circus act. He uses acid-squirting flowers, razor-sharp playing cards, and lethal hand buzzers. Every prop is a theatrical tool designed to mock and kill. He turns comedy into a weapon, joy into horror. He's a performance artist whose medium is mayhem. He doesn't need superpowers because his unpredictability and his sheer, terrifying intelligence make him one of the most dangerous individuals in the entire DC universe. He can outthink master detectives, manipulate heroes, and orchestrate citywide catastrophes with the flick of a wrist. To truly understand the Joker, you have to understand Batman. The two are inextricably linked, two sides of the same coin. Batman represents order, justice, and the belief that humanity can be saved. He channels his own personal tragedy into a rigid, disciplined crusade to bring structure to a chaotic world. The Joker is the complete opposite. He is the personification of chaos, anarchy, and the belief that life is one big, meaningless joke. He doesn't want money or power in the traditional sense. His goal is to prove his philosophy. He wants to show everyone, especially Batman, that deep down, we are all just as crazy as he is. He believes that all it takes is one bad day to drive any sane person over the edge. While Batman fights to uphold the rules of society, the Joker's entire existence is dedicated to tearing them down. He is the ultimate test of Batman's code. Batman refuses to kill, believing in the potential for redemption. The Joker constantly pushes him, trying to force him to break that one rule, to prove that even the Dark Knight is corruptible. Their conflict is not just physical, it's a perpetual battle of ideologies, a struggle for the very soul of Gotham City. The Joker's legacy isn't just one of philosophical debate, it's written in blood. His reign of terror has left a permanent scar on the Batman family. Perhaps his most infamous act was in the story A Death in the Family, where he brutally beats the second Robin, Jason Todd, with a crowbar and then leaves him to die in an explosion. This wasn't just killing a sidekick, it was a deeply personal attack on Batman, a failure that would haunt him for years. The readers at the time even voted via a phone line to decide Jason's fate, and they chose death. Another of his horrific acts occurred in The Killing Joke. To prove his point about one bad day, the Joker shoots Barbara Gordon, also known as Batgirl, paralyzing her from the waist down. He then tortures her father, Commissioner Gordon, trying to drive him insane. These acts were groundbreaking in their brutality. They showed that in the Joker's world, no one was safe. He raised the stakes, proving that the consequences of his battles with Batman were real and devastatingly permanent. He's not just a villain who gets locked up at the end of the story. His actions have lasting, tragic repercussions that have shaped the Batman mythos for decades. So why does the Joker endure? Why is this cackling nightmare still the most iconic villain in all of fiction? It's because he represents something primal and terrifying, the complete absence of rules. In a world obsessed with finding meaning and purpose, the Joker laughs at it all. He's the abyss, staring back, the ultimate symbol of unpredictability. He's a walking, talking, existential crisis. He shows us the fragility of our own sanity and the thin line between order and chaos. He's terrifying, he's hilarious, he's brilliant, and he's completely insane. He is the perfect antagonist because he is everything the hero is not. He is the chaos to Batman's order, the laughter in the face of tragedy, the punchline to a joke that isn't funny at all. The Joker is more than just a character, he's an idea, and ideas, as they say, are bulletproof. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the Clown Prince of Chaos. What's your favorite Joker moment or story? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you next time.